Ba, 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 ba. Let's talk religion. Are you religious? I'm not religious. I grew up in the South, as we've established on this channel, and I am from a deeply Southern state, Alabama. Very entrenched in their history of Christianity and baptism. And what's the other one? Methodologism and Pentecostalism. And what are the other ones? There's Seventh-day Adventists. There's so many different sects of Christianity or of Abrahamic religions that it's crazy. So I grew up in a household that was Christian adjacent. And by that I mean my parents didn't force religion on me, but they strongly encouraged it. If you know, you know. My parents are so chill with me being what I am now, they don't care. But my parents were both Christians, they still are. They are more religious now than I was a kid, but they don't go to church because, in their opinion, they think you should be able to worship wherever you are and that God will hear you. And honestly, I believe that. I vibe with that. That's a pretty fucking cool message. I vibe hard with that. So my parents are still religious. I'm not. My twin sister is not. I don't know about my little sister. She does not give me Christian vibes. I have a history with the church. I stopped going when I was 5, and I developed OCD at some point and started thinking I have to go again to show God that I'm faithful and to see what God feels about my gayness. Because I knew I was gay. Here's the thing. I knew I was gay. I've known I was gay since I was a very young child. But knowing I'm gay and accepting it are two different things. I didn't accept it until I was like 13-ish, 14-ish. I didn't accept it until then. But I was going to church from the ages of 11 to 13, I want to say, because I was going with the neighbors who a church van would come by and pick us up, because we lived in a trailer park. We would get picked up for night services and Sunday morning service. However, I never went to the morning service because I'm not a morning person. So I always went to the night services. And I always thought it was really fun until I got into youth group. Hey! I got into youth group when I was 12. I was about to turn 12 when I started church. So I started church in the boys group. But I turned 12, got into youth group, and that's where we started really talking. They started really talking about sex, God's design for us, what God wanted us to do, what God wanted us to be. Did he want us to fear him or love him or both? And obviously the topic of gayness came up. And there was me and one other guy who, the other guy swears up and down he is not gay. He swears up and down he ain't gay. Hey, you can say what you are. You were on Grindr. The gay conversations and topics were really aimed at us. They would really look at us when they were talking. And it was always like, oh, okay, cool. And at this point, I knew I was gay, like I just discussed. But did I accept it? I was still thinking I could choose to like a girl, to really have the Southern life that my parents really wanted, which they never said that they wanted. They just wanted me to be happy. I assumed. But I was trying to give them the Southern fantasy, the ooh-ah-ah sensation of being straight. I was giving trade. I was trying to give trade. I couldn't give trade if I tried. At least then. I think now I could. I really could now. But then, no. I was not given trade. I was not given nothing. So I was still thinking, no, I could choose to like a girl. I could like a girl if I wanted. And it didn't dawn on me that That's not a possibility, babe. Until I developed my first serious crush. My first serious crush was around this time. It was 6th or 7th grade. It was a kid named Tyler. I had a huge crush on him. And I knew after I had a crush on him, because my crushes usually wax and wane. They go away. Hey, my crushes are quick. I don't yearn for long. So for him, I had a crush on him, but then he got a girlfriend. And I was like, it's not gonna work. I don't really want to deal with this, because I know that he's not gay. He's not going to be into me. Maybe now, but I got over that crush, and after that, I knew there was no like choosing. There was no like, I could like a girl if I wanted to. Nope. I couldn't if I tried. not on God's green earth. So after that, I kind of was, oh my God, did y'all get that? Did I get that on the mic? After that, I'm not going to say accepted it. I tolerated it. I tolerated the fact that maybe I can't like a girl. And it was after that summer, we went on a youth group trip, and they invited me. And I went, and we went to a house on Smith Lake in Alabama. Now, Smith Lake, dirty water, very dirty water. But we all swam in it. We had a grand old time. We went tubing. There was a guy, his name was Matt. He was the first time I thought of gay fornication. Now, to think about that on a youth group trip is a little crazy. I understand that. But he was hot. So my mind tells me, hey, you like him. But he has a girlfriend in the group. I'm friends with his girlfriend. So therefore I'm a bad person. God, please forgive me. And the cycle repeated. After the cycle kept repeating over and over again, I was essentially used as a prop for the church to basically say no to being gay. You can just say no. They used me as the example of, well, you still come to church and you're gay. And I was like, I'm not gay. I hadn't said I was gay. I hadn't accepted it. So I was like, I'm not gay. I don't know what you're talking about. And they used me as a prop to further their message, brought me up to the podium, let the Lord sing. After this point, there was one more church that would run a van by. They would come by, they would be like, you want to come to church? I'd be like, oh my God, yeah. So I would go because it would fulfill this need of like proving to God that I'm worthy and that I'm acceptable to be in his kingdom, blah, blah, blah. At this church, they used me as a prop again. Hey, because I was the only gay person there at this time. And they used me again as a prop for their anti-queer rhetoric. And I remember after that one was when I was like, wow, so no one can see past this wall that I've built up. Wow, I'm totally screwed because I can't hide this like everybody else can. Because when you're straight, you don't lead with you're straight. When you're gay in the South, it's the first thing people assume about you. So I had to learn to step around the wall on my own and say, hey, I'm gay. Don't ask me about it. And after that, hey, life got kind of easy. Once I had to do that bout of self-discovery on my own, because the church didn't accept me, God didn't accept me, the people that preach God's word didn't accept me, so why am I even gonna fucking try at this point? I was kind of just like, okay. I'll go. Now that I figured out kind of what's going on with my queerness. I'm 14, by the way. When I figured out what's going on with my queerness, what's going on with this, how I feel, it kind of closed the doors, closed the chapters. I kind of got into a groove of like, oh, okay, cool, I feel better now. I found a temporary chosen family, and then I found my true chosen family when I was 16. And I still live with them. Hey guys, I don't think you're gonna see this video. After that, I kind of felt great. I felt puss. I felt real puss. But yeah, religion is really hard. I don't understand how religion is so judgmental, but supposed to be love yourself and love everybody around you. Thanks guys for watching. My last video did some numbers. So if y'all want to do that again to this video, hey, you know where to find me. You can find me on TikTok at CassXavier. You can find me on Instagram at CassXE. And you can subscribe here. I post consistently now, you guys. I post consistently. I have 3 videos in the backlog. I post consistently here, so you'll see me a lot. I reply to comments whenever I get them because I like talking to people. I am very extroverted. Anyways, thanks, bye.